What is my dogs? Alright, so in this video, I'm gonna be going over some of the replays while talking a little bit about the changes coming to Hog Earthquake after the 3-card cycle rework. So here in the first game against this Lightware guy, he seems pretty good at the game. He played quite decent. But anyways, now the change, what they changed basically is that you can no longer have 3-card cycle, right? Once you cycle the Mighty Mire, you can get back to another one, so you can have multiple on the board. Now, I'm not sure if Mighty Mire is like gonna stay in Hawk for like next season. We'll have to see. We're just like trying to adapt, but so far what I've noticed is it's pretty nice having like a second Mighty Mire against like maybe like beatdown decks like Golem or like Golem Giant. It really helps because you can like apply pressure with one and then you don't have to like cycle to another one, right? Because when you cycle, like what used to happen, right, is you would try to like cycle to another one, but you have to wait for it to die first, right? So it just kind of didn't work out. But yeah, now it's gonna, I think it's gonna be like overall a lot better against beatdown, like slightly better. But then against for example, like any cycle decks like Balloon Cycle, Logbait, minor poisons are gonna be a lot worse because you can't really outcycle them as quickly. But here I go for a Hawk, just I was a bit forward on the cycle. He didn't quite have his stats land cycle, but in this matchup he has like a bit of a weird minor poison deck, so I think we have like a slightly faster cycle. So what I'm really trying to do here is, despite not having 3-card cycle anymore, I can still outcycle him, right? Just like the normal way. So yeah, I think here he goes for wall breakers. I just like barbell. I had it ready in hand, but yeah, he does go for that. Now, Furnace in this matchup, it's not like the most useful cards. Like, it's usually just gonna get poisoned, and then if you play like up high, at the bridge trying to like snipe a Tesla or something, it's really, I don't know, it usually just doesn't really work because the Tesla is gonna kill it. Furnace doesn't have like that much HP, but here it gets some decent value, kills the Dark Prince, and then forces out the poison as well. So here I just go for a Hog, go for an Earthquake. He goes for a Tesla high. Obviously not gonna be breaking through here. Here I think yeah, he goes for a pretty late ability as well as the Mars. I go for a Mighty, just trying to catch. I go for like a knee spear, trying to reset the Lord Prince. So here he goes for wall breakers. I go for a Hog because I knew that he wasn't back, and the Evil Can. I play the Evil Can high because I knew he would have to skeletons. He was not back to Tesla, so we get 2 Hawk hits there. And here's what happens. I get 2 Mighty Mars on the board. It wasn't like that use. I mean, he kind of messed up the little prince, so it helped a little bit. But it was just so funny, bro. When I was playing this live, I was like, bro, ain't no way I have 2 mighties on the board. Like, it was just, I don't know, man. It's just like you're just not used to seeing it, right? It wasn't like even like I don't know, like unstoppable for him to defend, right? He defended pretty easily, but it was just funny, man. It was just it was just kind of hilarious. But here I just go for Hog before I go for the East, just trying to apply that outcycling logic. Usually you want to go for a Hawk prior to defending with like skeletons or E-Spear, which is just gonna allow you to get back to another Hawk. For example, here I go for a Hawk. He's not back to the what's it called, that slide. He's back now, but he's not gonna play. So here I think we get yeah, we get 2 Hawkins there. He didn't really play that good this game, which can't blame him. Can be a perfectionist every single game. But yeah, here I just go for some skeletons. I think he just oh, he goes for wall breakers. I thought he was gonna poison there. But yeah, I mean, at this point we're up like over 1,000 damage. Not complaining. We are going salient, which isn't like that optimal. I can't really cycle my furnaces. They aren't really gonna get like any value. But yeah, I think here I just go for like a furnace high. I go for furnace high, which again he can just like bar barrel, go for like an Evo Tesla, whatever he desires, right? It's not gonna get like basically any value here. It does kill the Dark Prince, but that's really about it. It does go for the Evo Tesla. I don't think I had to go for the Evo Can just because the furnace spawned the last fire spirit, but I didn't really see it. But yeah, at this point he's gonna start like catch up with the minor poisons because obviously he can get a lot more instant tower damage than us because earthquake doesn't do that much, and then he can just like Tesla for every hog, especially in triple. He can't really outcycle them. Here I go for just a cannon behind. Just it wasn't like the worst cannon, wasn't the best, but yeah, here just cycle an earthquake knowing I'm gonna be able to outcycle him. I think here I go for a mighty on the right, just trying to apply like some pressure. And here since he cycled the little prince on the left, I was like, what, no point going for a hog on the left. He's just gonna like ability and go for something. So I just played on the right, applied a little pressure. Now, in the grand scheme of things, it didn't like help that much. Here I go for like a prediction barbell on the Mire. I don't think I get it. Yeah, I don't get it. But yeah, just go for some skeletons. Go for like I think Evo Can. Yeah, not the worst Evo Can, but at this point he was kind of starting to catch up. I think he like got into the lead here even, but it didn't really matter that much. It goes for a miner. I can just eat spirit skeletons, and I think I was able to cycle just another earthquake here, and we do take the first win. Pretty nice win against not so good of a matchup. But I'll see you boys in the next one. Here, next one against Riley. So this is like one of the matchups where having a second Mighty isn't really gonna do anything. So as I said earlier, no bait, mana poison, balloon, just like those like cycle decks, they're really like the whole persona of the deck is just to outcycle your counters. And with the mighty miner, it's not like I don't know, man. It just a little bit weird. But I did have log this game. I was just like trying it out because I saw some other Hawk player using log, and I was like, you know what, might as well give it a try. It did help a little bit in this matchup, but overall, I still think barbell, is the choice to go. Riley let me get a hit there, which I was kind of surprised. Usually they just like defend flawlessly for like the entirety of the game, and you can't really get like any damage because what's it called? Guards Vine just kind of like kills everything. You go for some pretty good skellies here. So in this matchup, it's really important to not be like too aggressive and single. Here, that Fire Spear wasn't like that good because I was just able to go for a hog. And here I don't think he goes for vines. Yeah, I think I get like two hog hits there. So again, not really playing that good by him. Um, but I go for a can. I thought that I'm still kind of blind on the barrels, so please don't judge me. I thought I was in the front and I was gonna, like aura farm so hard, but yeah, it didn't end up happening. We took like 400 damage instead, but it's all good. But yeah, against these Logbait decks, against like Hypno decks, stuff like this, it's like basically Hypno deck just has Mother Witch and then like I think Gardens have like a second spirit, but it has the normal tower. It's like the main difference, which this is gonna usually allow the Hogs to get a hit. But I just like prefer defending in single, not really going like that aggressive unless I see like a clear opportunity, like they like overspend and into like my Evo can or like a log or something. But yeah, besides of that, just try to like really focus on defense, just like throughout the whole game. It's just gonna be a lot easier. Maybe go for like one hawk, get a few earthquakes in. But yeah, here I think I just go for some yeah, try to go for skeletons, but he got a like pretty good what's it called, fire spirit. Here he goes for like I don't know, kind of like an interesting push. It kind of force out a decent amount of elixir, and he also got some damage on the right. I was just kind of like panicking there. I was like, bro, what do I do? There's like wall breakers, Mother Ridge, Evo Barrel, and my stack was like a little bit awkward. But yeah, here goes for Mother Ridge. Let's get a peek. I just go for a Mighty High, knowing that he does have Evo Valken cycle. No point really playing high. Does go for some interesting guards. They're not really that best. I just logged what's it called, Mother Witch and that, and I just go for some skeletons and Mighty on the barrel because I knew that the cannon would have cleaned the middle one, and we defended pretty flawlessly. Another huge thing against these like spammy Logbait decks is the Evo can. Also, either he kind of messed up the fire spirit, which allowed me to just pop the Mighty Miner ability. But the Evo can is so you need Evo can if you want to like break through with a push. All right, you either need like Evo can for the Dargon, or if you know that they're gonna go for like Evo Valk, you can like E Spirit reset it in order for it to like basically the Valk is gonna reset and the Hog is gonna like walk towards the tower while Valk isn't really gonna be doing anything. But yeah, for example, there if I went for like an E Spirit, but I was kind of like late, so I didn't really like end up going for it. But the Valk would have been reset and the Hog would just like he would like ran towards the tower and Valk would have to like follow it up. I don't know if I explained it perfectly, but just try to imagine it. Alright. Here takes some like a little bit of barrel damage. It wasn't like that good, but it had to log on offense. You're just cycling you can. Usually against wall breakers, I just prefer like cycle the can if it's like the normal one because it helps you cycle to the what's it called, the evil can, and then also you can also earthquake the wall breakers, right, if you don't have like anything else. But usually I just like prefer to have earthquake, get some tower damage, earthquake like the Mother Ridge or the Dark Golem, stuff like that. But yeah, here I think I just go for like Mighty, just really setting up the defense. You can see I'm like rarely going in. I think I went for like three hogs this entire game, and two of them were in single because he kind of like overextended, and then the one was just like into an evil hog. Just like I don't know, I think my Saka was awkward. But yeah, this matchup is really just furnace mighty miner cycle, really trying to you need to have your what's it called, here I think I go for the yeah, a very good evo can resetting the Valkyrie. You can do like as well with evo can. We get two hits, but yeah, with evo can it's not really like that realistic. I mean, sometimes it works, but like usually I just like prefer to fire spear. I go for some skies there on the barrel. He does end up going for vines, which didn't really like work out that good for him. But here he kind of outcycled me, which is like a little bit unfortunate. Luckily the tower was on the Dargon, so it didn't get like any damage. I mean, at this point we're up like 1500, so it's not really gonna, matter that much if it gets like I don't know, like a few hundred damage. But yeah, they're just earthquake the Dargon. I think here I just go for E Spirit on the Dargon, just because E Spirit earthquake does kill the Dargon, which is like a nice interaction. It's like a very random interaction, but it helps a lot of times. Here, just Evo can just getting insane value. I mean, not that insane, but it kills the wall breakers anyway. That's the whole point. But we do take the win, and I'll see you boys in the next one. Here in the next one against Doom, so he's playing this like weird lava lightning airs deck. It's kind of like not really like popular at the moment, but it's like a very well-known lava deck, except he has a Skeleton King instead of Valkyrie now. Because the champions rework, so having Skeleton King, I guess, just like is better overall. But this is like a very bad matchup. He has Lava Hound, Flying Machine, Lightning, Evo Cage, Guards, and then also Skeleton King as like a tank for like a Mighty Mar or something. I don't know how I won this, if I even won this. No spoilers, no spoilers, but I'm just joking. My ego's too big to show losses. But yeah, this is like one of the matchups where I found the Mighty Miner, being able to cycle back to R1 really helpful. Yeah, you'll see later on. But yeah, here I think I just let the Furnace go. Usually against these Lava Hound decks, I prefer like if I see that a Furnace is like I don't know like half HP about to spawn like a Fire Spirit, I usually don't like protect it with a Hog, going Hog in front, because it's gonna force like arrows, guards on its own. And if you go for a Hog, sure, sometimes it can be annoying, but they're gonna just get like so much counter push. But for example, if I just like let the Furnace go, right, they still have to go for, I think here he had to go for like Skelly King. Yeah, he goes for Skelly King there, and I think he also goes for a Flying Machine. So just Furnace on a itself herself, I don't know, man. But it just can like force out so much elixir. It just kind of crazy. Like usually you can just like use it as like a setup because they're gonna like overextend on it, or like just like try to defend, right? And then you can go for like Mighty Hog opposite, just whatever suits the case. But yeah, here unfortunately the tower wasn't on the Flying Machine, but I go for like a pretty clutch play. I was kind of hoping it would happen, but it was also just like kind of lucky. Giving me the wall play, I think he also knew it was kind of lucky, but it's like you know what, well played, man. It was like a decent play, even if maybe not as intentional. But yeah, here he just goes for the Okay, try go for Furnace, which he instantly lightnings. He was probably hovering it, which pretty well played by him. Because if he didn't, I could have like maybe went for like a mighty opposite because he wasn't like quite back to guards. But yeah, here I think you can go for just E Spear High. I was kind of hesitating on the skeletons. If he like tried to baby dragon predict me in the middle, that would be kind of annoying. But yeah, here just Hawk because I know it's gonna get like a hit. But here is like where the matchup is gonna start getting like very annoying because here I think he goes for a Lava Hound in front, and it's just so hard to defend. I go for a Mighty here, and I think I go for. I definitely should have hogged there. I don't know why I didn't hog. I mean, obviously, I didn't know his exact cycle, I guess. But yeah, I just go for a can here. I think I go for like a Furnace, but then yeah, I go for a Furnace high. Yeah, it goes for Skelly King. I should really be applying a lot more pressure with Hogs here, man. I don't know what I'm doing here. But yeah, I go for an E-Spirit, and I was kind of like debating where to pop the Mighty ability. He goes for a Lightning, so I actually got it like last second. Here I go for a Furnace. And here he got like so much, like the E-Spirit died, right? And he got like so much BS Skelly King damage. My tower ran from like, I don't know, like 3,000 to like below 2,000. I was not happy at this point, man. I was kind of pissed. But here I go for a Mighty opposite. Just try to set up with something. Go for like a barbell. They're trying to protect the Furnace. But at this point, I was like, man, this is this is not looking so good. Here I go pop the ability, though. Pop the ability, go for a Hog, and here's where the sequence starts. I go for an Earthquake on the what's it called? The cage, and then the Mighty actually ends up killing the cage, so he has to go for a Lightning. I go for another Mighty because I didn't have the 3 card cycle. I was able to cycle to another Mighty, just play it at the bridge, go for a Furnace behind because I knew he was gonna try to guards, right? And the Furnace is gonna do like a great job against it. So here I can go for a Barbell Skeletons, just on the skeleton. He does pop the ability, but I mean, look at my Hog. It just going to town, man. And then I just Earthquake on defense, and here I think Hog just gets. I don't even know how I got that much damage, but man, that was a pretty nice win to be this like impossible matchup. But I'll see you boys in the last one. All right, in the next one, kind of a funny story about this game. This guy actually sniped me. He was in the same clan as me, but then he left and switched decks so he would have like a favorable matchup because you can't face people in the same clan as you. And I just beat like his friend earlier who plays like the same deck, so he put in like lightning instead of like arrows or something, just anticipating on sniping me. But I don't know. I feel like this is one of the best games of Clash that I've ever played. Like y'all will see, it's just perfect, man. I have no words. But yeah, here I go for a can high. Now the reason I went for a can there is because I thought he would have tried to Goblin Giant Kite the Mighty Mire to the Pekka side, and can in that position, if you like pre-place it, is actually gonna pull the Goblin Giant to where it's gonna like run towards the Mighty Mart instead of like, away from it, if that makes sense, right? But he doesn't have them going for it. He goes for Fisherman Skeletons, which I didn't really know he had, skeletons. It's just kind of like a weird addition to the deck because I didn't know it was a snipe, right? But yeah, here I just cycle to the mighty like so fast. I don't think I go for it here. I just go for like a barbell. Furnace does unfortunately get pulled, but yeah, it does have like the bomber as well. So he has like a very fast cycle. I mean, think about it. He has like skeletons, bomber, raids, fisherman, vine, stuff like that. He can get like a pack of he can get like two pack of goblin giant pushes on the same time on the board. You guys will see like later in the video. It's kind of funny. Here I think I should have went for maybe like a mighty hog opposite. Probably would have gotten some value, but it's all good. Here I go for an e-spirit, just high, just trying to predict him going for like a fisherman or something. But here he just goes for a lightning, which I mean I can't really hate on that. He because he went for a lightning, he can't really go for like a golden giant, but he does have the level 17 pack, man, and killing the mighty does heal up quite a little bit, which I mean sure. But here he just go for a hawk. He goes for like vines, not the greatest vines, but I mean, it was alright. He got some tower damage and it forced out the hog, and he does get a king tower. So, in the grand scheme of things, it kind of worked out for him. But, I mean, we're still up 1,000, so, can I really complain? Now, the one, like, key thing in this match is like a pretty bad match, right? But the one annoying thing for them is usually the furnace because they kind of like defend it that well. You can see like most of my furnaces they spawn like fire spirits and they just like end up splashing on the or like they jump on the pack, splashing on the tower. It's kind of like it's kind of a good thing. But yeah, here's go for like a low cannon. I think he just goes for lightning. It does go for the lightning, so I just cycle back to another fairness, knowing that if he went for like a goblin giant, he still had to like defend the mighty, and then he couldn't really like use spells. Here, just go for like a mighty pop. Kind of like unlucky because the mighty actually went back for a pack. I didn't think that would happen, but here I just cycled an arm. It's just so funny. Like y'all don't understand. Like having two mighties down, like in the game, it's just I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just quite hilarious. But yeah, here I go for like an interesting play. I like try to basically what I try to do there is let the mighty kill the fisherman to where the bomb would kill it, so the fisherman would like pull it back after I pop. But he just goes for a bomber. Now the one thing I'm doing in this matchup is cycling furnaces in the back and then going for those like high cannons, which what they allow me to do is space out my troops to where he can't really hit everything like the tower, the furnace, and the cannon with lightning. So he has like I think usually he just takes it on the furnace and the can or like furnace and the tower. I mean the only two options, right? But yeah, high cannons in this matchup, especially against like this variation where he doesn't have like arrows or something, but they can be pretty good. Here, just like a furnace, just trying to get something. They go for a high cannon. He just goes for lightning. He's trying to kind of lightning cycle me, but at this point he's like a little bit behind on damage, so doesn't really like end up working out for him. That well. But here, just cycling another furnace. Here, I think I'd maybe go for like another mighty into the fisherman, and then like never mind. I just go for a mighty to the back. Not that aggressive. I was kind of tilted at this point, so you never know what Alina's capable of when he's tilted. But yeah, again, just going for those like high cans. This guy kind of played awkwardly to where those like high can usually they got like decent value, right? But in this matchup, they got like some insane value, man. I don't even know, but yeah, here I think I go for like another mighty, and then like oh never mind, I just very quick. I can't, probably should like rewatch this replay, man. But it's all good. Just mighty set up the back, just playing it safe. He does go for vines on defense actually, but I mean sure, I'll take that. Just cycling the can. Usually because what they have to do, right, is they have like either fisherman that's just gonna get like yoinked to the can or like bomber, which he does end up going for like a bomber most of the time, but usually you can just like bar barrel, it dies, doesn't get like that much. Right here, just cycle another can, just like completely on the other side of the arena. I think he played the Goblin Giant in the what's it called, the top right corner, and it got kited all the way to like the bottom left. I don't know, it's just kind of funny what you can do with cannons. But yeah, here I got like a decent spirit, well, as well as some earthquake damage, because it's really important to like keep up getting like some like small bits of damages so like you don't fall back when they ultimately try to like lightning cycle you with like vines and raids and stuff like that. But yeah, here I just cycle another can. I think here maybe I go for like yeah, I go for a might here it got like a little bit scary. I go for like a knee spirit there. The can does unfortunately die, so I think here I just go for like another cannon. And this was like a little bit closer at the end. He goes for like a lightning rage. A little bit close, but we end up taking it. But yeah, this is gonna be it for the video. If you guys enjoyed this, kind of like a little bit of, I mean I show replays, alright? It's like a little bit of a different style of video. But if you enjoyed, make sure to let me know, and I'll see you boys in the next one. Peace.